Hey, in this video, we're going to talk about how to make $21,600 per month with for sale by owners. And if you're thinking that's an odd number, well, we're going to show you exactly how we arrived at such a specific number. And we're getting after it right now. Hey, if you're a real estate agent and you want to double your business and dominate your market, then subscribe below and tap the bell for notifications so you can be the first to learn about the new offers and funnels before the other agents who don't tap the bell. My name is Jimmy Webb Jr.
And I'm Levi Lassick, and Jimmy and I get calls every single day from brokers, team leads, and agents who want to learn more about EXP, and we absolutely love it. And we are looking for 2 key partners in each city, so this won't cost you anything, and you can keep 100% of your commission split. If that's something that may be of interest to you, then schedule a call in the description below, and we can have a conversation and just see if we're a good fit. So we're going to get into how to make $21,600 per month with for sale by owners. And what we're going to cover right now is really the success formula and what you need to do that. And it really kind of breaks down like this. And we did this actually to be very conservative because we believe you can have better numbers than this, and our partners have shown better numbers than this, but we just want to do this very conservatively. So we believe if you make 20 calls, that's it, 20 calls in a month to for sale by owners, you should be able to book at least 10 appointments. Now from those 10 appointments, you should be able to get at least 5 listings. And then we're going to say if you can sell at least 3 of those listings, then we'll show you at the end of the video how you're going to get to those numbers. So really, the thing is you always want to set out a goal. If the goal is to make $21,600 per month, well, how are you going to do that? This is the formula. And again, we're being very conservative. 20 calls per month. That should get you 10 appointments. That should get you 5 listings, and that should get you 3 sold properties.
All right, so now we're going to talk about the framework, and rule number 1 here is to act as if, okay? Listen, the person on the other end of the line doesn't know if you've sold 100 homes last year or if you sold 0 and you're a brand new agent. That's the beauty of it, right? So come with some confidence, okay? We're going to give you the script here in a moment, so you just have to nail down that script. Practice it a few times, get a buddy, whatever you need to do to really nail down your delivery of that script, and then the owner of that home won't know the difference.
It's kind of like Boiler Room. Exactly. You've ever seen the movie Boiler Room?
Great movie.
When they train all the new agents, that's what they tell them. Act as if you're going to be selling stock to $1 million client or a multi-million-dollar client, and you're 20 years old, you got to act as if, right? You got to act as if you're 40 years old, been investing for, at least know your stuff, right?
Years.
Yeah. But how you come off, like you said, on the phone is key.
Bring it.
The other key aspect about this is you want to be honest about who you are, and that is letting them know up front that you are a real estate agent. There's nothing sneaky we're doing here, and we're going to get into the script again here in a second. We'll share that with you exactly what works for our partners, and just be upfront. It's very simple.
You mean you don't want to be sneaky?
No, you don't. You want to be honest. Now, acting as if is not being sneaky. That's just a matter of confidence. But you don't want to pretend you're not a real estate agent if you're calling a for sale by owner. Yeah, you don't want to act as if you are interested in buying, unless you are interested in buying the property, but still you want to disclose that you are a real estate agent.
All right, the other part to this framework is finding out what is their why. What is their timing? What is their motivation? Okay? Once you figure out those things, you're going to have a little bit more leverage when you walk into the home and you're in that situation. You're just going to have a little bit more leverage, right? So having those facts disclosed, having them disclose that to you puts you in a better negotiating position.
Right. It's kind of sales 101 where whoever asks questions is controlling the conversation, right?
Exactly.
Because whoever's talking the most is, number one, they feel like they're being listened and being heard to. But ultimately, you know, as an agent, as a salesperson, you're gathering information. The more someone talks, the more they're likely to tell you all those deep secrets, right? Deep, dark secrets. But and then the good thing about that is you can come back and use that in the conversation. It's not you're using it against it, but you're going to use it to help keep their motivation high. And we'll show you why that's really important when we go through the script. The next part of the framework is to get the price and the commission from them. And again, this is something that you want to know beforehand so that you can run the numbers before you go over there on the appointment. And we'll show you how that's going to work out. We'll do the math for you, but let's get into the script. All right, so here's the FSBO, the for sale by owner script. This is very simple because this is short and to the point. Now, if you come across a FSBO when you're driving around the neighborhood, you can also go to FSBO.com and search for people there. Just realize there's going to be a high level of competition there because other people are probably doing that as well. So you just want to give them a call and you say, hey, this is Levi and I'm a real estate professional with EXP and I found your house. And the reason we're underlining house is because we don't want to associate home. People have a hard time letting go of their home. And that's just something that we prefer to kind of have a little bit of separation there. So house is kind of like a psychological term that makes it more of a structure versus, their home. So I'm gonna say, hey, your house was for sale and I specialize in your area. I would love to get some information about your house if you could tell me more about it. And guess what's going to happen? They are going to talk. And that goes back to what we said, whoever asks the questions controls the conversation. So you're just kind of coming in with an opening statement, you're asking a question, you want them to talk, and you're going to be quiet and let them do as much talking as possible. Do not cut them off, do not interject, do not interrupt. If their kid plays soccer and your kid plays soccer, don't say, oh, my kid plays soccer. Don't throw that in there. I know that's a rapport tactic, but we're gonna leave that part out. This time around, you want them to talk as much as possible.
Do that when you tell them your kid plays soccer when you're at the house.
After you get it listed. Then really connect with them. So at this point, hopefully they'll tell you their why when they're doing all that talking. But if they don't, then you're going to ask them. And there's simple, you don't want to come off as, hey, why are you selling? You just want to say, oh, so what's the reason behind you wanting to sell at this time? You just want to say something very simply, because if they don't tell you up front, you want to get that reason out of them, because you're going to, again, that's going to come up in conversation later, and you just want to have that ammunition, so to speak, on your side. So just ask them why they're selling. You want to get that motivation. So whenever they tell you that, then you're just going to simply say, hey, thank you for that information. What price were you looking to get for the house? And you want them to give you that price. That is critical in understanding that over the phone before you get there. Now, when you get the price, you're going to ask them the next question, which, are you offering a 3% commission if an agent brings you a buyer? And that's key, because this is part of the process. Again, most for sale by owners understand that real estate agents are probably going to be the most likely to bring them a buyer, and so they will factor that in. They're just trying to save the other 3% on the listing side. And you may think that's not a lot, but it means a lot to some people, that extra 3%. So you want to understand, are they offering 3% commission? Most of the time they should say yes. Now, or if they're not, there may not be room to work with, which could be the 10 appointments. Remember, we talked about if you make 20 calls and only set 10 appointments? Yep. This could fall into the 10, that if they don't want to offer any commission, no negotiation, they're just stubborn. This may not be someone that you work with. So from there, we're looking for the ones that are offering a 3% commission, and you just ask them this next question. If I had a buyer that was willing to pay cash tomorrow, what would your bottom dollar be? So now they have their price. They told you they're willing to pay a 3% commission, and now you're trying to get their bottom dollar from that. And then this is your closing line at this point, which is, I would love to come see the house. When is a good time for you? And that's how you're going to set the appointment. Now, granted, you get this other information, everything starts to add up in your head. Once you get off the phone, we're going to walk you through the numbers, but if this starts to add up in your head, then you're going to want to set the appointment. They're going to want you to come over and see the house, because likely they don't have pictures online, as a traditional listing. So They might on FSBO.com or something like that, but again, if you just found this in your neighborhood or driving around in a different neighborhood, you want to figure that out. All right, so we're going to get into the formula here. So this is what we're looking at. These are the numbers that you're going to run before you get there. And this is what you're going to use in the conversation to get the listing. And let's just say this is a $200,000 house. They've already agreed and they're willing to pay a 3% commission. So we subtract that $6,000 from the $200,000. Now, let's say they told you, remember you asked them what was their bottom dollar. Well, we're just saying, what if they said, well, my bottom dollar is $192,000. Well, if that's what they told you, they've already given you $14,000 to work with, right? Which is really about 7% off of the price of that home. So if you think about that, when you go over there and you want to ask for the listing, and you can do it for 6%, you're actually going to own, that's only going to cost them $12,000 versus $14,000. They're actually going to net $2,000 listing with you, and because of your expertise and your marketing abilities and everything that you have in place, you should be able to bring them a buyer much quicker than they will trying to sell this on their own.
And get them more for it at the same time. Mm-hmm. All right, so like we told you at the beginning, if you stuck around to the end, we're going to show you how we arrived at that $21,600 per month mark. So let's take a look at the math. So here in Dallas, the median home price is about $240K, okay? So on a $240K house, when we sell that home, we're going to earn a 3% commission on that, which is $7,200, of course, right? Well, let's do 3 of those in 1 month. You think we can do 3 of those in 1 month? I think we can. I think you can. 7,200 multiplied by 3 is $21,600 per month, okay? Now listen, I think that's very doable, okay? Like we said,
stick to the formula at the beginning that we gave, which is 20 calls, 10 appointments, 5 listings, 3 of them sell.
The only way you don't hit this number is if you don't do it, is if you don't execute. So go out there, implement what you've learned here today in this video. Guys, if you've learned anything, or if you have any more tips that you'd like to generate a conversation, get in the comments. Let us know. We're here to answer your questions as well. So get in the comments. Let us know. Give us a like. That really helps us out, keeps us motivated to put more videos out, put more value out for you guys. If you're new to this channel and you haven't subscribed yet, you probably want to do that as well. So anything you want to add, Levi?
See you on the next video.
All right, guys.